saying goodbye to a baby girl as her mother from Pekin waits to face a judge, and she's charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Speaking only to WMBD, the father of that little girl says that he was not home when first responders raced to the house where he last saw his little baby girl, Nova. Austin Tucker opened up to our own Eugene Daniel about some of the circumstances surrounding what he says happened to his daughter. She was just a month shy of her first-year birthday. He says his daughter, Nova, was a daddy's girl and that her personality could light up a room. Tucker won't speak too much because of the ongoing investigation, but he did tell us that he was not at their Pekin home when that alleged incident took place on September 21st. He says he was out shopping for the family.
That's when he said he got a call from his wife, 19-year-old Angel Van Duker, that something was wrong. An affidavit states she told police different stories about what happened, eventually saying she was trying to get the child to lay down with her and wrapped her child, Nova, in a blanket, holding her tightly to her chest until the baby stopped moving.
It was really heartbreaking to have to be put through a situation like that as a parent. It's just so hard, and I can't express that enough, how hard it is. Because that's my little girl, you know. She's not even a year old and she's gone.
And Van Duker's next court appearance in Tazewell County will be taking place October 15th. And the pair just got married this year. They had another child just earlier this month.
Well, switching gears, an arrest and new information about what happened in the moments before a deadly car crash in Peoria early Sunday morning.
Police now say that 2 cars were involved in that wreck that killed 4 young women. Officers say they have arrested the driver of the other car. 42-year-old Jerome Polnitz is accused of street racing as well as reckless driving, leaving the scene, and other crimes. Police say both cars were speeding down Southwest Washington Street near Adams just before 4 in the morning that day. The cars never crashed into each other, but the women did die when their car lost control and hit a tree. No word yet on when Polnitz is due in court.
Peoria's oldest fire station is officially closing down today after almost 70 years. This comes after City Council voted on a proposal at the start of the month to close down 2 fire engine companies. Our own Durante Matthews shows us how people on the south side of Peoria feel about losing their community station.
Watching the truck back into Station 4 for what might be the last time is a tough sight for some people on Peoria's south end.
I'm going to miss them terribly.
Built in 1952, neighbors say Station 4 is the oldest firehouse in the city, and the closure is a major loss.
It feels like we're going to lose a family around here.
Stanford Williams has been in the neighborhood for about 20 years. He says the Station 4 crew always goes above and beyond to build relationships with those in their area.
We cook, we take them food. They cook, they bring us food. You know, so that's how close we are.
He says their response time was always quick. Fire Chief Tony ARDIS says eliminating these 11 firefighter positions was especially difficult at a station he's so fond of.
I worked at Station 4 for many years, and by far it was my favorite one. And we feel like we're abandoning them.
He says there are still other stations to serve District 1, but it won't be the same for those who are used to Station 4's crew.
Our firehouses are part of the neighborhood, and I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, the citizens are upset when there's a proposal to close one or one is actually closed.
Wednesday night, the last 3 men on duty were having their final meal at the station. They weren't able to speak on camera, but say it's bittersweet as Station 4 was once the most sought-out house, where it turned you from a good firefighter into a great one. In Peoria, Durante Matthews, WMBD News.
The time is now 5:05. A senior citizen center in Pekin is combating Legionnaire's disease in the facility after 1 man has died there. In August, a resident of UAW contracted the disease and later died. Another got sick with Legionnaire's Friday and has since recovered. The facility manager saying the Illinois Department of Public Health collected water samples identifying bacteria throughout the building's water system. They have indicated that the water is contaminated.
It's really hard to determine where it came from. You know, the building is 42 years old. I've been here 32 years, and this is the first that we've ever had of anything like this, so it's kind of a mystery.
The center is working with IDPH to install filtered shower heads for residents. The manager saying it's a Band-Aid on the problem and new filters must be reinstalled each month until further notice.
High school athletes pushing to get back in the game will get their day in court today. Earlier this week, a group of students filed a class action lawsuit against the IHSA over the postponement of fall sports during the pandemic. The suit claims the IHSA exceeded its authority by bumping fall sports into next spring. The decision came after the governor's office classified contact sports as high risk. Illinois has been the only Midwestern state to postpone the season.
Leaders from state police and the NAACP are coming together to build better relationships between law enforcement officials and Central Illinois communities. Yesterday, the groups came together to sign their 10 shared principles. Those principles work to build trust, relationships, and encourage community policing within the area. It's part of a statewide movement. Leaders from the NAACP say it takes a proactive approach to show how those groups can support a common cause. On the heels of recent nationwide social justice movements, some say this opens a new line of communication.
Now here's a look at the weather with meteorologist Molly Naslin.
Well, good morning, everyone. 46 in Peoria on our Brave Law Center camera. Some areas are seeing a little bit of clear skies still, but clouds are on the way as we go throughout your Thursday. Good news, it is going to be a little bit of a cooler day. Well, you maybe not be too happy about that, but green light on your commute, and we're holding off on any rain chances until the afternoon, and those chances will be very spotty. Shelby?
Thank you, Molly. The time is now 5:08. Here's a look at traffic to get you out the door this morning. I-74 is reduced to one lane in each direction at Pinecrest Drive in East Peoria. IDOT crews are preparing to do work on the bridge that carries Pinecrest over I-74. That work begins in spring of 2021. In Normal, prepare for intermittent lane closures on Hovey Avenue from White Oak Road to west of Cottage Avenue. Crews are doing some pavement work for about 2 weeks. And in Bloomington, crews have started fixing an inlet at the northeast corner of Center and Mulberry. Mulberry Street from Main to Center and the left lane of North Center will be closed for that work, and crews hope to have it finished by Friday. Matt?
All right, coming up, after several interruptions during the first presidential debate Tuesday night, some changes could be coming to the next round.